don't forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack make it backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the Vato speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews, how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby May. Just caught a touchdown from the Bay.
Your job is to do your job, not to worry about me. That's what I'm saying. Well, I worry about me. You worry about your self.
That's Brice Rhodes talking to Judge Charles Cunningham. Rhodes is accused of shooting Christopher Jones, then stabbing to death two witnesses, 14-year-old Larry Ordway and 16-year-old Maurice Gordon. Rhodes has already been through two attorneys and is now asking for his third one to be removed.
You have been... Are you done?
No, I ain't done.
You've been charged with assault in the 4th degree. I'm going to keep talking because I don't want to have to see you back here for this.
What you think can't find out where you live at? What you think at? I don't give a fuck about none of that. I ain't do.
So you're saying you're going to find out where I live
I
at?
don't give a fuck about none of that. You got family, I'll be out.
Okay.
Yeah,
You've been charged with assault in the 4th degree, minor injury, terroristic threatening in the 3rd degree, and physical contact. New charges. I'm entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Would you like me to read the arrest warrant to you?
No, I'm not guilty.
I'm jugging, bitch, I'm traveling, I'm jugging,
Spit on and threatened. A defense attorney says that is what happened when he told a high-profile murder suspect he'd no longer represent him.
WDRB's Rachel Collier shows us what happened in front of a judge. Rachel?
Brice Rhodes is here in jail charged with killing two teenage brothers, and now he'll need to find a new attorney. Before the hearing started, attorney Brendan McLeod told the judge he was so angry he needed to be separated from Brice Rhodes in court. McLeod tells WDRB he was speaking with Rhodes before the hearing, explaining he would no longer represent him. He says everything was calm, and then Rhodes spit on him. After Rhodes was led into the courtroom in his red jumpsuit, marking his protective custody, McLeod let him know how he felt about being spit on.
Nice cheap shot. You a coward. Nice cheap. You a coward.
I'll see you when I get out. McLeod says he isn't afraid of the threat. McLeod took on the case because he knows Rhodes' mother. He stepped away because he learned the victims, 14-year-old Larry Ordway and his brother, 16-year-old Maurice Gordon, are the grandchildren of his close friend. The two brothers were found stabbed to death, their bodies badly burned earlier this month. Rhodes is charged with murdering them. Two juveniles are also charged in the case. We're also learning more about the teens' murders. Homicide detectives now telling us they were killed at Rhodes' apartment in the Clifton neighborhood. Police say the bodies were taken from the murder scene and dumped behind a vacant home in the Shawnee neighborhood. Rhodes told a judge this morning he'll find another attorney. Leaving court, he had a question. He'll need $2 million to get out of jail. Rhodes is also charged in the shooting death of Christopher Jones in early May. The two teens' mother says she believes her sons were killed because they witnessed Jones' murder. The funeral for the two brothers is ending right about now. McLeod says he attended the visitation earlier this afternoon. Reporting live from Metro Corrections in downtown Louisville, Rachel Collier, WDRB.
Detectives interview a 15-year-old suspect in the murders of two teenage brothers, and what he tells them is a story that would shock most.
As WDRB's Kyle Mitchell explains, the young teen says he was not only a witness to the murder, but forced to take part.
Brice Rhodes denied any knowledge of what happened to 14-year-old Larry Ordway and 16-year-old Maurice Gordon when police interviewed him on May 24th.
Where they run away to? Like,
well, if we knew that, man, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wish I could help. Know where they was. You know, I don't. You know.
Not long after, Rhodes stopped answering questions and asked for a lawyer. But 15-year-old Anwan Carter didn't stop talking. He said he and 18-year-old Ja'Cory Taylor were in Brice's apartment when the murders took place.
He made Maurice go to his knees and like beg for forgiveness. And like he put a toboggan over his head and he put a rag in his mouth. And then he stabbed him.
Carter describes a similar scene for Maurice's brother.
We moved Maurice to the side and we brought his brother and we put the toboggan over his head. He put the toboggan over his head and put the sock in his mouth. And like started stabbing him too.
Carter says he and Taylor were forced to be involved in the killing.
He made us stab him.
He made y'all stab him? So you and Corey stabbed him too? All right. How many times do you think you stabbed him?
I stabbed him one time.
Carter says the brothers had witnessed Rhodes kill a man earlier that month, a possible reason into why they were killed.
And they seen somebody just falling on the street. And they said Rambo's like at the street and shot him. And Maurice, he was a getaway driver, so he was driving.
Go get y'all sons and nephews. They don't listen, but we about to show them. Yo, we back. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb ties. We on our way to Kentucky with it. Derby City. The gateway to the south. Louisville. River City. All my people from Kentucky, definitely, if you in the city of Louisville, I need y'all to tap in. You already know how we rocking. Today, we going to be covering a guy by the name of Brice Rhodes, who referred to himself as Rambo. And this is really going to be a tale of the streets. And it's filled with naiveness, mistakes, and betrayal. Now, it's really all going to center around a murder that occurred in May of 2016. And that's going to be when a guy by the name of Christopher Jones was killed. Then later that month, authorities will find brothers Larry Ordway, 14, and Maurice Gordon, 16, burnt and stabbed in the backyard of an abandoned house on River Park Drive. Now, by the end of that year, authorities would arrest Brice Rhodes for that crime with the help of two juveniles, Antoine Carter, who was 15 at the time, and Jacory Lamont Taylor. Now, after authorities would interrogate Brice Rhodes and the two teenagers, this is why you got to watch your co-defendants. Brice Rhodes would continuously deny his involvement in the murders, but after hours of interrogation, Antoine Carter would admit his role, confessing that Brice Rhodes forced him and Taylor to help him kill the two teenage brothers. Now, after the confession and further investigation, police determined that the two brothers were with Brice Rhodes during the murder of Christopher Jones, unfortunately making them witnesses. Brice Rhodes, fearing that the two brothers would cooperate with the authorities if questioned, would go on to murder them. Now, with that being said, this is going to be my take on the situation. We asked a lot of questions about what's wrong with today or where did shit go wrong, and I definitely think that this is part of the issue where we have OGs or Gs pretty much guiding the young dudes in the wrong direction, or what we call today sending them on crash missions. Back in the days, you almost could have counted on the OGs, and the real good ones would have told you this is not what you wanted to do, even though they were actively doing it. Almost on some do as I say, not as I do type shit. But in this case, if you look back to Rambo's or Brice Rhodes' music videos, you would see the two teenage brothers in it almost as part of his entourage. One with one of the brothers brandishing a firearm, and I can't say for sure, but I'm almost certain that Brice Rhodes probably put that firearm in bro's hands based on the charges that they got him on. And it's crazy and ironic how it worked out at the end, because he would kill the two brothers because he thought that they would cooperate with the authorities, but he would in turn use other juveniles in the course of murdering those brothers. And it would be one of them that would ultimately confess and to go on to be a witness for the state to convict him, confessing his involvement to the crime in detail, saying stuff like Maurice was crying and stuff, asking everybody to spare him, saying that the three of them put the two brothers into crates and Rhodes took them to the backyard of the abandoned house and dumped and burnt them, while he and Taylor stayed behind and cleaned up the apartment after the murders. The prosecutors always talk about a slam dunk case. Well, this sounds like a alley-oop case, and Brice Rhodes probably knows that, so he's doing everything that he can to stay away from sentencing, because I don't know if this is a death penalty case. I don't even know if Louisville has the death penalty, but when you murder two juveniles and then you use two other juveniles to do it, I find it hard to think that they're going to be lenient on your sentence, on top of the fact that you spit in a lawyer's face, you threaten to find out and go to a judge's house when you beat the case. Man, this is just a crazy case. They had him wearing a Hannibal Lecter mask at one point in time. So as far as getting an unbiased jury after all of this, they're going to have to move this trial to Canada. The case originated in May of 2016. It is now 2022. Last research I did on this case, both teenagers were sentenced to 10 years. Taylor was a little bit older, so he did his 10 years. Carter, who was the one that confessed to authorities, was 15 at the time. He did 3 years in juvenile detention, and they determined that he was to serve the remainder of his sentence in a adult facility. Now, at the time, they had, was they going to give him the remainder of the 10 years, or was they going to give him 20 years probation? Now, that shit sound like the same thing. If you ask me, y'all get in the comment box. Let me know. We don't want to take none of those, but God, 20 years of probation, that's a doozy. But yeah, so they sent him for a mental evaluation, and him being Brice Rambo Rhodes. So they said this case could drag on to 2023. Now, y'all get in the comment box. Definitely my people from Louisville. Y'all show this to y'all youngins, man. Let them know y'all stay on the straight and narrow. Ain't shit out here but coffins in jail. And you might run into a rat and a snake in between. This shit is education and not glorification. Y'all already know what it is with me. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, POP_A_LOT. We gonna be back with more real trill spill shit. Shout out to y'all, Louisville. Appreciate y'all rolling out the red carpet. We gonna be back like ASAP. Y'all make sure y'all let me know what cities we ain't go to, who we ain't cover, who we missed, the wild stories out there. Get in the comment box below. Direct message me, tweet me, email me, CC me, text me, however y'all want to handle it. Stop me in the street. Y'all know I'm with all the shit. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb, Mobb, Mobb.